G'day everyone. So it's been a while between videos. That's mostly because it just hasn't stopped raining for about 2 weeks. I've been pretty busy too, but anyway, the rain stopped now, so we're going for a walk on the Warwick goldfields, one of my favourite spots. Now I pulled about 1.5 ounces of gold from this spot, so it wasn't anything super crazy, but it's just a really nice area. There wasn't really much big gold even to be found. I got a couple of 3 grammers. I got one 6 grammer. But I did get a lot of small gold. And there was one area in particular, about an area, a couple of square metres, that I got, 15 odd little nuggets from. So one thing about this spot is it's always been dry. I've just never managed to catch it after rain. But now, of course, we've just had about, 2 weeks of rain. So hopefully there's still some water in the gully. It does dry out really quick. Anyway, I'm here with my daughter today too. So it's my eldest daughter, Tishi. So we're going to do some panning, get some crevices, do a bit of detecting. We've got the 6,000, one little gold pan, and that's it. All my good tools are up on the Palmer. So we're just making do with what we got right now, and we're going to get some gold. All right, I'm going to get this walk done and I'll show you the area once we get there. Righto, before I dig this little low terrace out I was talking about, I thought I'd wave the detector over it. And I got a super faint signal. I wasn't even sure if it was a signal at first. So I gave it a bit of a scrape. You can see the cleared area there. So if we have a listen now. That's really quite a faint signal. But I'm going to dig that up. Could be ground noise because it's so wet. But while I'm here, we'll have a look at this low terrace. So you can see the little creek comes down through here. You can see a bit of old timers workings both sides where they've thrown out. Now if I turn back around, you can see the creek just does a bit of a curve like that. And it was this low terrace along here where I picked up those nuggets. So, and by the sounds of it, I've got another little one there. So I'll take the surface off. I'm basically going to take the top 100 or so mil off that area and then have a detect. I'll probably take a pan as well. Now Tishi is way down the creek there. That's where she found a decent pool of water. She's already got a few specks in the first pan, so hopefully getting deeper we'll get some more. But yeah, this is the low terrace. Just a light inside bend. Looks like the old timers never dug this section up here. And there was quite a lot of small gold in it when I first detected it. So we'll dig this one out and see if it's gold or not. All right. It's a really quite a faint signal, so I'm just going to take a little bit of dirt off. Hopefully it gets louder. Might disappear yet, might be ground noise. There we go, tiny little 0.1 come down out of that hole. Yeah, it's a really quiet nugget. Even when I wave it over the coil now, it hardly makes a noise, so that's probably why I've missed it the first few times. Anyway, one in the jar. All right, so I've got a couple more shotgun pellets with the detector, but now I'm going to have a bit of a pan. So before I dig out that low terrace up there, I thought I'd come down and try this crevice. You can see it's quite good. The reason I like this crevice is because it's got a lot of this rock in it. You can see it all breaking up and you can see the clays and gravels between it. So I've gone down in there, got a pan full. Yeah, that's right, I've got no classifier, so I've got to go and wash that and just take the big rocks out by hand. But it is what it is, so we'll go and see what gold we got in it. That's it. 3 tiny little bits from that pan. That's all right. I'll keep taking that crevice. Hopefully it gets richer on one side or the other or deeper down. At least I know there's a bit of gold in there. I'll also open up that big crevice and then at the end wave the detector through it. Make sure we haven't missed any good little ones down in it. All right, I'll take 3 or 4 pans from that crevice now and see what it adds up to. Alrighty, we've got a gold discovery up here. Had Teach beeping away while I was panning. What do you got? Oh yeah, there's a nice little bit. Beautiful. That's 2 now in the jar. There you go. Excellent. You reckon you might have another one there, Yado?
Yeah, I think.
Very good, because that's the low terrace where I got my gold, just down in there. I'm panning just below it. Nice work. All right, keep getting them. I'll keep panning them. Rightio, we're walking out of black soil now. We end up detecting 4 little nuggets, nothing big. One might go 0.2, the rest are pretty small. We didn't pan as much gold as I thought we were going to. It was either pan a decent little picker or basically nothing at all. There's really no fine gold in there, so it's pretty hit and miss. You can dig out a really good crevice and not get anything really, because if you don't get a couple of chunky bits in there, there's no gold. So that's all right though. We still had a good day. Nice little outing in the Warwick forest. All right, we're back at the car. Didn't do real good panning. It was really hit and miss. You could do 3 or 4 or 5 pans and get nothing, then all of a sudden get a nice little picker. So it wasn't what I was hoping for. There was just no fine gold there. But we detected 4 little nuggets, so we're going to hit the road now, back to camp, do a bit of a clean up on the way up and see how we went. I don't think we've got a gram of gold, but still, it's been a nice day in the bush. All right, so here's the collection of all those pans, put them all in together. See if we can get that glare off that water. We'll turn it out, see how we went. So there's probably about 15 odd pans in there. And you can see it's lumpy gold. There's nice lumpy pieces, but there's really no fine gold spread in amongst that lumpy stuff. So it's just not as good as I'd hoped it to be. Anyway, I'll chuck the 4 little nuggets we detected in with that. Give it a weigh up and see how we went. Righto, so you can see they end up with a 1/2 gram of gold. The 4 nuggets we detected, then the little pile of gold we got out of the crevices, which weighed about 0.04. So not an overly successful day, but not a horrible day either. We're only there for about 3 hours and didn't work overly hard. Just a bit of a trip down memory lane really. Anyway, the Warwick goldfields still producing a bit of gold if you know where to look and you work hard enough. But for me, all I want to do is get to the Palmer, because those numbers aren't big enough.